Hello guys, Chief Challenge is the video today, and I'm here to teach you or to help you with the composition that's going to be the right one for you build your heroes and use against these chiefs. As you guys know, every season you have chief challenges, right? So you have a specific chief right there that is going to represent a specific element. And actually, according to these chiefs, you have also to bring heroes according to one specific element for you to fight against, and also you have to try our best to reach the best damage possible. Why you have to reach the best damage possible? Because you're gonna be competing with some other players to have better rewards. How it works in terms of the chief challenge, firstly, it's not the same when you go to fight against the other world boss. Other world boss, it's totally different. You just have to reach 22 million and that's it. You don't need to care about anything else. The good point is you exactly build all the kind of compositions there for reach specific damage. Okay, not exactly for the chief challenge. Chief challenge is another story. As I can show here, now for you guys to have an idea what I'm talking about, because if you come in here, you have the other world exploration, okay? And then of course in other world exploration you have what? You have the end game boss, But that case is different. The chief is right there. You have to build, you have to bring more things to reach 22 million. That's it, that's the end of the story here. Now, for chief challenges, guys, the story change, because for this chief challenge right here, come here, if you see the rewards, not go here, so this is information. If you come here to the points in reward preview, so you'll be able to reach a specific, very specific here in terms of damage. You have a very nice position here between the other players. You have to have a nice damage, okay? That's what it is, because if you have nice damage, then you have very good points right here compared with some other players, okay? My points are good, actually. I have nothing to complain about. I did a very nice performance, and I'm so happy with everything that happened in my account. So at the moment, I'm in 31st. I hope that I can keep it between the 40 years, if that's going to be good for me, if that happened, because that's what I'm aiming for, because I want to have a better performance compared with some other players. I don't want to be between the 50s. I want to be between the 40s, So that's my target. But of course, if I had more legendary exclusive heroes, that this scenario can change totally, and then I can try to compete to be between the 20s, but it's not the case at the moment. But guys, I'm going to show here now, continue here, my challenge record. The unique composition that I didn't reach 100k, it was the radiance one, okay? It was the radiance for this moment now, because also the lightning heroes, between the lightning heroes, I don't have insane composition there. I don't have insane heroes for which a big amount of damage. Okay, it's different here. Let's say that according to this composition, if I should have had Imolida, that is exclusive legendary heroes, maybe things could be different over here, Or even if we talk about the radiance, if I had OhtkBpMHRg, because OhtkBpMHRg, part of the rally teams, he's also insane in terms of damage. That the story changed totally right here. If you have this guy, the guy that I'm talking about is this guy here. If I have OhtkBpMHRg, good, because he is insane in terms of damage as well. Part of the rally teams. It's easy for me place him with some other heroes for part of the rally to improve the damage, but it's not the case as well, But so I had to comply here and to see the possibilities to reach better damage that exactly I was doing before. And then actually this team that I built, it was nice, mainly because I have Orphena, and Orphena, you guys know well, she does very nice damage. But I know that when we return from the break, and I have to use Orphan against statues, you know, so the scenario is going to change over here, and I have to bring another Radiance hero for this composition. Okay, and at the moment she's here, but for if I go to fight against the statues, and that's going to change totally, you know. And then it's possible that my damage is going to be maybe less, maybe it's going to be around 50 to 60k, you know, I'm not sure, but that was exactly my maximum. But things can change as well, because another thing that you guys have to put in consideration over here is your affinity. Okay, element affinity right here. If your element affinity is very well distributed over here, that also can change everything, you know. I'm going to place here this element affinity over here. So I still need to complete for lightning radiance, as you guys can see. I need to complete also for icy necrosis. You know, once I complete all these affinities right here, even these ones that helps to have damage reduction, right? Yeah, when you have damage reduction here, that also helps in survivability, helps to improve more your damage. Okay, so that means that my damage can be very well improved. Okay, that's what I'm thinking about. But yeah, that's going to happen probably for the end, for the last week for the event of Calavera. That last week only is going to happen after this week that's finished now, because we're going to have the break. Okay, but how it works. All right, so this is really important here in terms of performance, guys. This element of affinity right here, it really helps in terms of your performance for part of the chiefs, you know. So according to this scenario, I think that is very convenient, you know. It's very acceptable. I did well according to this damage right here for part of the radiance, using Orphena right there, and I have nothing to complain. Now you guys can see here the difference when you have totally completed the affinity. I had insane performance for part of my corrosion team, 335 million. Okay, of course that I can improve much more than that. Like if I had OhtkBpMHRg here, if I had placed OhtkBpMHRg, maybe I can reach even more, like maybe 400k, 400 million. Yeah, that can happen. Okay, 400 million here. Actually, Gorax did that, you know. And in terms of my Necrosis and Ice Blast heroes, I didn't have such kind of insane performance because of the element affinity. Okay, that's why if I have completed totally my element affinity right there, I can tell you easily that's possible I reach with this composition here at least 200 million. Okay, at least. And then with the Ice Blast, possible to reach around 150 million with the Ice Blasting, you know. For the fire element is not the story. I do not have a flora, you know, but this performance was also very nice, you know, very acceptable, very solid as well. I reach well the damage right here, you know, and you just have to have a scenario. If you have a scenario, I believe that lots of players already have a reach, have a felicity as well. You know, you don't need to worry much in terms of the fire element team, you know, but it's possibly reach easily 100k as well, you know. But these are exactly my performance, guys. And I'm going to show here now part of my fire element. I'm going to start with the fire element right here. Guys, with the fire element team, as you guys can see here, you know, this is the fire element team. I'm going to show how you're going to build them. Okay, I'm going to show here, clicking specifically on each one hero. So for Alfie, guys, you guys can place him Chest of Radiance. That is insane artifact. And you have more the undead gear. The undead gear, if it's possible, you guys have the Carnage Gauntlet. That's the Carnage gloves, amazing as well. Okay, this guy, he did it well. Just check about the critical rate, critical damage right there. What exactly I focus on? I focus more in terms of the attack. You know, because actually what's more important for Alf to do is to bring his skill to boost the wide heroes in my team. You know, that's what I've done part of him. For Felicity, now the story changes. Because Felicity, she has to have insane criticals for she has nice performance. And using the same undead gear and then more the Carnage Gauntlet, you know, that's the gloves, you know, but criticals totally mandatory over here. Okay, for a Rich, I didn't have a better option for part of gear. I built him with the emissary robe, you know, a part of the other heroes that is in undead gear, you know. And this guy it was responsible for what? Break it down. You know, like for me, it was more convenient to choose him as breakdown hero than exactly place Felicity. Even though Felicity, she moves quick in terms of her skill, much better than Reach. That's why plenty of players like to place Felicity to break it down instead of a Reach, you know. But I decided to place a Reach, and it was better. Yeah, I had a better performance with him doing that than Felicity. And then I have Tonana. Tonana is insane DPS dealer. And then, guys, do not forget to place the Havatrix root over here. You know, she has to have that. The Havatrix root is going to improve off HP and more attack. Okay, is more attack. For non-legendary heroes, this effect is doubled. Okay, talk about here like a 30%. All right, that's why I decided to place Tonana on this way. And it also helps in survivability. And now, of course, the supporter here, he's going to be also your tank actually, you know, in the end of the story. He does nice work, but definitely you have to use the gatekeeper staff, otherwise you won't be able to survive. So guys, place the gatekeeper is very important for CNRL. And then of course you have to place the serial gear here because improve damage in your composition. All right, and then the same here for improved survivability, Moonlight Mantle. Okay, that's what it is. He was built here actually to have such kind of survivability as well, not only about attack, but he did a very nice performance, as you guys can see in terms of the mind damage. Now when you talk about Ice Blast heroes, guys, I use Quicity as my tank. She's not exactly level 100, but I placed her with the Radiance, Chest of Radiance. I used also here the Absolute Deterrence because she helps to she not being stunned against the boss. Because actually this boss here that is fallen down, he's specialist in control and he stun easily your heroes. And I'd like to suggest, guys, you see here, I use Mirror, right? If you have Gurting, you guys can place Gurting instead of Mirror easily. But instead of using the Carnage Gauntlet, I suggest you guys use the same Absolute Deterrence over here, the chest, okay? Because the heroes that is very close to the boss is passive to be stunned easily. So for she doesn't be stunned, or even if you have a mirror to not be stunned, just place the same gear that's possible farm through the Grave of Rot. Okay, this gear here is going to help you in a good way against this boss. Finja, she was, let's say, the bride. She was my supporter to heals, also to help to survivability. I placed her with the ancestral protection. It works, okay? It really works, like it helped me. On this way, I also place here the downpipe organ because she's a range hero, and help with the heroes that's totally range heroes for part of my team to also have a plus of damage as well. You know, but I built her to help me in a specific way in terms of survivability, even though she has attack here, but she helped me, okay? And then this hero, Nadia, is the main hero for damage. And then I placed what? The Matriarch Gem instead of the Poison Swamp. She works much better with that, and according to the, as you guys can see, the crystals that I built her, you know, she did a very nice performance, and I really like the way that she performs well in terms of this gear, you know. And again, Undead there, and then you finish here, we end up with the Sheena, and Sheena, guys, place her with Undead as well, okay? She's going to break down, but place her in the same way. But remember, the hero that's placing, that's helping in terms of damage right here, to improve damage with the cereal, is the tank. Is not her. But Gordax did it differently. Gordax did differently right here. He didn't use this hero. Actually, he placed another Ice Blast hero. You guys can use four Ice Blast heroes as well. You know, with 4 Ice Blast heroes, things can be a little bit different from over here. And then you have to also put in my mind that one of the heroes have to also to provide heals. I've done the same on this same aspect when talking here. I think it was this guy. Yeah, this guy here helped me to do that. If you already have another Moonlight Mantle with you, because there is a 50% chance for the wearer to grant 50% increase healing and shield effects. That can help you mainly if you use another gear. That's the gear that provides heals. You can transform your supporter as a healer. You can do that easily as well. In terms of the Necrosis, guys, I try everything, and I place my Ozu with the Poison Swamp. But again, the element of affinity helps a lot over here. You know, I built everything very nice with the criticals, with the attack. As you guys can see, this is the hero that was tanking the boss. Ripicus, you know, Ripicus did a nice work there. I placed him with the chest of radiance, and then I had also my Astion to help me survivability as well. She's wearing here the ancestral protection, okay? But I built on this way, it works well for me, you know, but it's possible you build these heroes in another way as well. Don't get me wrong, but you guys can do it, you know, changing here in something in terms of the artifacts, many artifacts, to improve more your heroes. I know that it's some guys like to use the shadow artifact. You guys can do the same, you know, but is according to what is available in our account for this happening for good. Do not forget that it's good for you use the gloves, the finality admonition, that's the gloves here for these heroes, because that's going to help you well to have a better performance, okay? And another thing I just like to say to consider, to talk about more in terms of the shadows here that's going to, guys are going to fight against the clones, fair, is position, the positioning in the area there against the boss. Let's say that Astion and Ripicus has to be there in the front map close to the boss, okay? And then you can allocate well your Taldi, your other heroes that do damage in the back, because you don't want the clones go and fight close to the position of your damage dealers. So that's why it's important this hero here survive on the same way that is also important your tank survive as well, okay? The positioning here in terms of high fair also matter a lot, you know, part of the gear. And now you end up here with the poison element heroes, part of the corrosion. I decide to use double breakdown. So Through ball was placed to break it down. Just check here exactly. I don't have many accuracy over here. And as well, the other hero that was placed in defense down, it was my Dargo. You know, Dargo is wearing the undead gear, but Fruba was doing the same kind of thing. So let's say that the entire battle I had 2 heroes of defense down. That's why I improved a lot in terms of damage over here. And then this hero, my Calavera with the chest of radiance to boost my heroes as well in some way. And then as I do not have the Rotten Tamer, I place the Poison of Swamp part of Rook because that is the artifact for him. And then for sure, if you have the Swamp Toadstool, amazing, place in our Risk if you have a Risk. If you not, place another hero part of the Corrosion, because this artifact is insane for Corrosion teams, mainly if you have a Rook in your account. Okay, and how I built, and then we end up here with the Radiance team. I built my Teohain. Teohain actually, she's the best one, the best damage dealer per part of the epics for the Aura teams. So I place her with the Roots, okay, a part of the Undead. The Swamp is exactly on my Orphana because she's insane in terms of damage. This is the hero for supported, for helping you with heals. They also improve attack, you know. So guys, Rose, she does very nice work, very nice job. And I also used here the semi kind of idea part of the Corrosion, where I was placing 2 pillars of defense down, and then this hero here, my Shahela with the chest of radiance, you know, with some specific criticals there. And then I also place my Ardress to break it down, you know, but Ardress also was helping survivability as well with ancestral protection. So I had the 2 periods to improve here the damage and did well. So that's why I'd like to say that this performance here was very good according to the heroes that I have, you know, and circumstances of the battle itself, you know. But this is how I built these heroes, guys. And another thing, positioning here for part of the Radiance is very important. I suggest you guys place Rose, build her, if you already have her, to be there in the front, more in the left corner together with your tank. And in the back, you guys have to place spread your heroes, because you don't want the boss focusing your damage dealers to be killed easily by the boss, because that can happen, guys, if he hits exactly his ultimate kill against your heroes. So I suggest you guys focus on the way for the boss, only attack your heroes that has more survivability, and that includes your supporters and your tank. Okay, so that's my message here for today, for the video today. Help you in some way to build your heroes for part of this Chief Challenge event. You know, I hope that this video can be good for you. If you like the video, just like the video, subscribe here to my channel if you didn't, and also leave your comment right there what you guys think about this composition that I built. But also you guys can watch Gorax as well, because Gorax also did the very nice builds for part of this Chief Challenge. You guys can also have some other ideas. But thank you very much, guys, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Slow up, no I don't